It's 2026 and I'm starting an automotive YouTube channel for the first time from basically 0 subscribers. I've been doing automotive content for the past 8 years, and it's time finally for me to build my own personal brand. Creating an automotive YouTube channel in 2026 honestly seems like a very daunting task. There's literally thousands and thousands of creators out there that have made a name for themselves. So starting from 0 is going to be very, very difficult. So about 6 months ago, I had this crazy idea to start a YouTube channel.
So if I was going to start a YouTube channel in 2026,
if I lost my YouTube channel tomorrow and had to start over, I'd do it very differently.
So if I was going to start a YouTube channel in 2026, this is the exact system that I would follow.
The first step in this process was to figure out where to start, maybe get a little bit of inspiration. I could name tons of channels that kind of inspire me to start this journey. One particular channel, though, was one that I actually do editing on. One of my good friends who lives in Japan, exports cars, Powerhouse R. I edit all of his YouTube videos, and I see him trickling all these views in, and I kind of thought, why can't I do that? You know, I work around cars every single day, taking photos of cars every single day. There's literally no reason for me not to do this. I've always been the one behind the camera, never the one in front of the camera. So this is definitely new to me. This is gonna be interesting for sure. But I wanna take you guys on this journey, show you the cars that I'm around all the time, give you tips on how to take better photos, give you behind the scenes on working in a luxury car dealership. And I think it's a unique perspective that's not always shown. I started doing photography and video specifically in the automotive world, and that's exactly where I started. About almost 9 years ago. I've made thousands of videos. I've gone millions of views. I figured at some point it was time for me to make something for myself. For the longest time of thinking about doing this, I had no idea where I was going to start. I didn't know what specific videos I was going to make, and I was wondering whether or not this was even going to be worth it. Is this going to be worth my time to get no views on a video? So this isn't just a motivational video to get you to start creating. Here are things that actually helped me out. I started writing every single video idea I had, every video that I actually wanted to make. Whether it fit in this automotive photography niche or not, I wrote it down. Then I started circling the different ideas that fit more into a specific category. Once you kind of start narrowing things down, pick the ones that you're an expert in, that you have the most knowledge of. Start making those first, then start planning everything out. Again, on paper, write the script, write the shot list you want to do, find the music you like. I find that finding music first and then editing is usually most beneficial. The last tip I'll leave you is plan out your first 4 videos, make those videos ready to post, and then post your first one. Gives you kind of a head start and gets you into a good schedule, because that's going to be the main thing if you're starting this, is being consistent. You're not going to see very many views at first. It's going to be very, very slow. It might take months. It could even take a year, 2 years. Who knows how long it's going to take for me. I have no clue what I'm doing here. It seems like, it feels really kind of foreign to me to do this kind of thing. But I know that if I'm consistent at it, I know I'll see the benefit. So if you made it this far in the video, here's your sign to start. I'm starting at the exact same point that I think a lot of people are, literally from 0. Maybe you do have some experience, maybe you're very passionate about a topic, unsure on how to start, when to start, how to get going. This is the same thing that's happened to me. I've procrastinated. I have pretty expensive camera equipment, but I always kind of think, oh, maybe if I got this camera, then I'll do that. So don't let the gear hold you back from anything. Literally, an iPhone will work just fine. This day and age, this thing is incredible, and I use it a lot in a lot of my videos. Contrary to what you might think, this platform still has tons of opportunity out there. It might seem saturated, and difficult to start. But even in 2026, there's still opportunities. There's still so many people on this platform and consuming content that there will always be room for more creators. I think at the very least, even if this doesn't get, tons of traction, I'll know that I'm creating for myself. I'm flexing my creative muscles. It gets me doing something different than what I normally do. And I've been creating for businesses for such a long time that it's sort of stepping outside of my comfort zone. Should hopefully, help with my video skills, my creative skills, and expand upon that. So even if I don't see tons of return or don't make any money from this, I think it's still a success if I'm creating stuff that I actually do want to create. All right, I'll kind of show you around on what I'm working with here. So I work at a specialty car dealership in Lakewood, Colorado. If you're not familiar, that is basically Denver. So you can see right here, nice green Porsche. That's a 1977, I think. These are the cars that I have access to. I realize that so many people do not have access to these types of cars. So yeah, this is a dealership. I work in sales. I work in the marketing department. I do all the photography here, do their social media. So yeah, this is the place. I can do a full tour of this at some point, but it used to be an old bowling alley. They left 2 lanes here. Right now it's just filled with car parts. There's the bowling balls there. You can see the Bolero sign. There used to be a Bolero. Wheels, tires, that kind of thing. But yeah, this is where we have every car is stored inside. Got tons of Porsches here. Be doing a lot of Porsche content. Again, I'll do a full tour of this place because it's pretty crazy. So yeah, that's why I kind of figured there's not really a reason for me to not make content for myself. There's an abundance of content to be made here to where I can make some pretty cool stuff, I think. I think the main idea behind this channel is to kind of show you behind the scenes on working at a dealership like this. I mean, my main focus is probably going to be photography and maybe giving some advice on how to sell cars better, how to take better photos if you're trying to sell a car. So I think it can be valuable to a lot of different people. And if you're just into cars and you want to see some cool stuff, you can subscribe. Here's a BMW E9, one of my favorite cars in here. One of the owner's cars, fully restored, really, really nice car. And then you got a super low mileage 850. It's a manual as well. Super rare car. I would venture a guess to say this is probably one of the lowest mileage 850 manuals in existence. Yeah, one of my favorites that we have here. Let me know what kind of videos you'd like me to make. Again, access to all of these cars. It's gonna be pretty cool. It's gonna be an interesting journey for sure.